Hello everyone. Today we are going to attempt MCAT 2201. Okay, quantitative ability section. Total 23 questions are there. So let's start with this test. Hold on. The test is loading. Let's have a look at question number 1. If A ounces each of salt and water are added to n ounces of n% salt solution by weight to obtain n minus 20% salt solution. Looks very complicated. I think we should skip this question. Let's have a look at second question. The second question is in front of you. There are total 5984 balls stocked in a pile such that top layer is having one ball, then the layer below it is having 3 balls, then the layer below it is having 6 balls. So it is 1, 3, 6 and then 10. So this is going to be second difference arithmetic progression. This is going to be a bit lengthy question. We'll do it later on. Let's have a look at question number 3 now. Question number 3. How many natural numbers less than 1 lakh can be formed by using 0, 6 and 9? Okay, 1 lakh means 6-digit number. Okay, so we want less than 6-digit number, okay, by using 0, 6, 9. Let's do this question. Okay, so we are allowed to use 0, 6 and 9. Okay, just 1 second, hold on, let me increase the size of this pen. Okay, so we are allowed to use 0, 6 and 9. Okay, so we can form a 1-digit number. Okay, how many 1-digit number we can form? 2, that is 6 and 9. Okay, how many 2-digit numbers we can form? We can form total how many 2-digit numbers we can form? The repetition is allowed, that is 2 into 3, 6. Total how many 3-digit numbers we can form? 2 into 3 into 3, that is equal to how much? 9 to the 18. Total how many 4-digit numbers we are able to form here? That is 2 into 3 into 3 into 3, that is equal to 54. And total how many 5-digit numbers we can form here? Okay, that is 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 4 times, that is going to be how much? 81 into 2, 162. So 6-digit number is a 1 lakh. We want a number which are less than 1 lakh. So that's it. Okay, so our answer is going to be addition of all these numbers. 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. 8 plus 18 is 26. 26 plus 4 is 26 plus 4 is 30, and then 80. 80 plus 162 is 242. The addition is going to be 242. So let's mark 242 as the answer and let's move ahead. Then question number 4. Prasad writes an exam which are having 70 questions. 3 marks are given for correct, 1 mark is deducted for incorrect. Prasad attempted only half of the total number of questions and scored 45 marks. For unattempted question, nothing is mentioned, so we can consider that no mark is awarded or no mark is deducted for unattempted question. Okay, so total 70 questions are there. Out of that, he is going to attempt half of the questions, that is 35 questions he is going to attempt. Out of these 35 questions, let's say X questions are correct, so the remaining are going to be incorrect, that is 35 minus X. Okay everyone, so how many marks he will be getting? 3 times X. And how many marks will get deducted? Minus 1 time 35 minus X. And the net score is going to be how much? Net score is going to be 45. So let's solve this equation. That is 3x minus 35 plus X is equal to 45. Okay, so 4x is going to be how much? 80. So the value of X is equal to 20. So how many correct questions he is going to attempt? Total 20. So the answer is 20. Okay everyone, after this let's go to the next question. Let me type 20 here. Yes, let's go to question number 5 now. On a certain day, Ajay works at 11/7 of the usual rate and completes the work in 28 minutes early than the usual time. Had Ajay worked at 7/11 of his usual rate of work, then the time taken by him how much more than the usual time? Okay, so what we'll do here is let's assume some numbers. Okay everyone, so what I'm going to assume is, let's say usual time. Okay, let's say usual time is equal to X minutes, and the usual per day work, and a usual per day work is, let's say, is equal to Y. Okay everyone, so total work is going to be how much? Let's have a look at it. Okay, the total work is going to be how much? X into Y. Okay, that is equal to how much? In the first case, he is going to work at 11/7 of his efficiency, that is 11/7 into Y is the per day work. Okay, and into how many minutes? 28 minutes less than the usual time, that is X minus 28. This is our first equation. Okay, so if I solve this equation, over here what we can see that y and y will get cancelled out. So we get 7y. Okay, sorry, we get 7x. 7x is equal to 11x minus 11 into 28. So if we solve this equation further, what we will get here, 11 into 28 is equal to 4x. Okay, so x is going to be how much? 77. Okay, now let's have a look at the second equation. The second equation is, now he is going to work at 7 by 11th of his efficiency. Okay, that is x into y is equal to 7 by 11 into y is a per day work, and how many minutes he is going to take now? Let's say x plus k minutes he is going to take. Our answer is going to be k. Okay everyone, so over here what we can do is we can cancel out y and y. Now we know the value of x is equal to 77. Okay, so let's put 77 into 11 is equal to 7 into 77 plus k. Let's solve this equation. Okay, so if we solve this equation, what we get, let's have a look at it. 7 11s are, that is 121 is equal to 77 plus k. Okay, so k is going to be how much? 121 minus 77, that is equal to 21 plus 23, that is equal to 44. So he is going to take 44 minutes more. So let's mark 44 as the answer and let's move ahead. Question number 5. Question number 5, the function f of x is equal to mod of x minus 1 plus 2.8 minus x mod, okay, plus mod of x minus 3, where x is a real number, can attain a minimum value of, we need to find the minimum value of f of x. Okay, so in this kind of question, minimum value is always going to be at the middle number. Okay, the first mod will be 0 at x is equal to 1, second mod will be 0 at x is equal to 2.8, and the third mod will be 0 at x is equal to 3. This is in a decrease, this is in an increasing order. Okay, so we will be, so total there are odd number of terms are there. Okay, so when there are odd number of terms are there in this kind of question, the minimum value of f of x will be at the middle value, middle critical point. Okay, so minimum value of f of x is going to be at which point? At x is equal to 2.8. Okay, so let's put x is equal to 2.8 in f of x. So f of x is going to be how much? X is equal to 2.8. 1 minus 2.8 minus 1 is 1.8. Okay, plus 2.8 minus 2.8 is 0, plus 2.8 minus 3 is minus 0.2, that is mod of minus 0.2 is 0.2. So the minimum value of f of x is going to be how much? 1.8 plus 0.2, that is equal to 2. So let's mark 2 as answer and let's move ahead. Then question number 7, in a 6 kilometer long race, A beats B by 20 seconds and B beats D by 70 seconds and C beats D by 40 seconds. Okay, if the speed of A is 54 km per hour, find by what distance does B beat C. Okay, let's try to do this. Over here, the race is of distance 6 kilometers. Okay, so now to run 6 kilometer, let's say time taken by A. Okay, let's say time taken by A is equal to t seconds. Okay, then the time taken by B becomes how much? T plus 20 seconds. Then time taken by C and time taken by D. Okay, B beats D by 70 seconds, so the time taken by D will be how much? 70 seconds more than B, that is D plus 20 plus 70, that is D plus 90 seconds. And C beats D by 40 seconds, means time taken by C is 40 seconds less than D, that is equal to T plus 50. Okay everyone, so now we know the speed of A is 54 km per hour. Okay, so from this what we can find the value of T. So time taken by A, that is T, is equal to how much? To complete 6 km is equal to 6000 meters. Okay, 6000 meters divided by speed is how much? 54 km per hour, that is into 5 by 18 meter per second, so that we will get the answer in seconds. So the value of T is going to be how much? 6000 divided by 18 threes, that is 15, that is equal to 400. The value of T is going to be 400 seconds. Okay everyone, so now we need to find that by what distance B will beat C. Okay, B will beat C. Okay, so over here, now let's have a look at this. The time taken by B will become how much? 420 seconds, and time taken by C will become 450 seconds. Okay everyone, so over here what is constant? Look here, distance is constant. Okay, distance is constant. So for B and C to travel the same distance, the ratio of time is equal to how much? 420 is to 450. Okay, that is 42 is to 45. Okay, that is equal to how much? 14 is to 15. So the ratio of speed is going to be how much? 15 is to 14. Okay everyone, So the ratio of speed of B and C is how much? 15 is to 14. Means what? If a race is of 15 kilometer, B will beat C by 1 kilometer. Okay, now look here. If race is of 15 kilometer, okay, then B will beat C by 1 kilometer. Now race is of 6 kilometer. Okay, so B will beat C by how many kilometers? So the answer is going to be 6 divided by 15 kilometer. Okay, but we need the answer in meters, that is 6000 divided by 15 meters, that is equal to 400 meters. Okay, so B will beat C by 400 meters. Okay everyone, so answer is option number 3. Okay, then question number 8. If the external angle in degrees of a convex and sided polygon all are integers which are in arithmetic progression, how many values? Look here, sum of all the exterior angle is equal to 360. Okay, and those numbers are in arithmetic progression. So over here the equation is going to be how much? Sum of all the exterior angle is 360, that is equal to how much? To n divided by 2 in a bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, but over here the variables are, n is a variable, a n d. Okay, so lots of variables are there, so we need to do some trial and error. So what we'll do is we'll do it later on. Let's move to the next question as of now. Okay, question number 9. Let's have a look at question number 9. Hold on, it looks easy. Okay, so over here the given expression is, let's have a look at the given expression. Okay, 4 to the power mod of 3x plus 1 is equal to 16. I can write 4 to the power 2 into 2x minus 4. Okay, so if bases are same, then powers are same. So mod of 3x plus 1 is equal to 4x minus 8. Okay everyone, so now how to eliminate modulus n? By considering positive and negative both possibilities. Okay, so first case, let's take 3x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 0, means x is greater than or equal to minus 1 by 3. In this situation, let's eliminate the mod here. Over here we considered that 3x plus 1 is positive number. Okay, so 3x plus 1 is equal to 4x minus 8. So this is going to be how much? This is going to be 9 is equal to x. Okay, so we got x is equal to 9 here. Is this a valid solution? Is this a valid solution or invalid solution? Over here x has to be greater than or equal to minus 1 by 3, and we got x is equal to 9, so this is valid. Okay, now let's have a look at the second situation in which inside mod there is a negative number, means 3x plus 1 should be less than 0, means x should be less than minus 1 by 3. Okay, means if we eliminate mod, it becomes minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 4x minus 8. Okay everyone, so this becomes 7 is equal to 7x. So x is equal to 1 we got, but this condition is applicable only when x is less than minus 1 by 3, but over here x is not less than minus 1 by 3, so this particular situation is invalid. Okay everyone, so x is equal to 9 is the only solution is possible. We want to find the sum of all possible values of x. X is equal to 9 is the only possible value, so sum of all possible values of x is 9 only. So let's mark 9 as answer. Okay, hold on. Let's mark 9 as answer and let's move to question number 10 now. Okay everyone, question number 10. Two circles C1 and C2 radius 3 centimeters with centers x and y intersect each other such that xy line joining. Hold on, let me draw a diagram here. 1 second. So there are two circles each of radius 3, means both are equal. Okay, they intersect each other like this. They intersect each other like this. Then their centers are x and y. This is x, this is y. Then the radius is 3. The radius is 3. Okay. Then after this, PQ is equal to 2. They intersect. What is PQ? Hold on. Okay, C1 and C2 intersection point with C1 and C2 is point P and Q. This point is P, this point is Q. Okay. Then PQ is equal to 2. Okay, the radius is 3, means this part is 1, so this part is also 1. Okay, and then if the whole assembly is enclosed in a rectangle, okay, so this is a rectangle like this. Okay, this is a rectangle, so this is the rectangle of minimum possible area like this. Okay, then the perimeter of the rectangle is equal to how much? Okay everyone, so over here this length becomes how much? 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3, that is equal to how much? that is equal to 6 and 3, 6 and 4, 10. This length is equal to 10, and breadth is going to be how much? Breadth is going to be the diameter of that circle, that is equal to how much? 3 plus 3, 6. Okay, so perimeter is going to be how much? Perimeter is equal to 2 times length plus breadth. Okay everyone, 2 times length plus breadth, that is equal to 2 into 16, that is equal to 32 is the perimeter of the given rectangle. So let's mark 32 as answer here. Okay, question number 11, let's have a look at question number 11. It looks lengthy, but let's read it. Mohan is a carpenter. I think we should do it later on. Okay, after that let's have a look at question number 12. Find the remainder when 29 factorial is divided by 31. Wilson's theorem we can use here. Okay, 31 is a prime number. Okay, 31 is a prime number. We know the formula, p minus 2 factorial divided by p is equal to remainder is equal to 1 if p is a prime number. Okay everyone, so over here 31 minus 2 is 29, so the remainder is going to be 1. So let's mark answer as 1 here. After this let's have a look at question number 13. Okay, question number 13, this will be a bit lengthy, we'll do it later on. Okay, in the second round if time permits. Then question number 14 also looks lengthy, we'll do it later on. Okay, then question number 15, in the given figure CD and BE are the medians. Okay, F and G parallel. This kind of question, this kind of diagram is a bit familiar. Okay, so let's have a look at it. We need to do some construction. Okay, hold on just 1 second, let me draw the diagram first of all here. Okay, so over here the diagram is like this. This is A, B, C. These are the medians. D and E. Over here point F is there, over here point G is there. Okay, these are the medians. Okay, this is the diagram. Okay, now let's read this question carefully. Over here F and G are CD, BE are the medians of AB and AC. F and G are the points on AB and AC such that EF is parallel to DC. Look here, EF is parallel to DC. Okay, let me write it here. EF is parallel to DC, and then DG is parallel to BE. DG is parallel to BE. Okay everyone, after this we know that AB is equal to 16. AB is equal to 16 means this part is how much? 8, and this total part is 8. Okay, because it is a midpoint, because it is a median. Okay, AC is equal to 20 means this part is 10 and this part is 10. After that FG is equal to 6. FG is equal to 6. Too much complicated it is. Okay, so we need to find the perimeter of triangle AFG. Okay everyone, so first of all we need to use a basic proportionality theorem here. Okay, so what I can do here is, we know EF is parallel to DC. Okay, so in a triangle ADC, can I say AE divided by EC is equal to AF divided by FD, that is equal to 1 by 1. Okay, so means F is a midpoint, so from this we can say that F is a midpoint, so AF is equal to 4. Okay, similarly over here DG is parallel to BE. Okay, DG is parallel to BE. So in a triangle ABE, DG is parallel to BE, so I can say that AD divided by DB is equal to AG divided by GE. Okay, so from this D is a midpoint. Okay, so AG is to G, this ratio has to be 1:1. So I can say that AG is going to be how much? AG is going to be half of AE, that is equal to 5. Okay, so we want to find the perimeter. Okay, we want to find the perimeter of triangle AFG, that is equal to how much? AF 4 plus 5 plus 6, that is equal to 15. Okay, so let's mark 15 as the answer here. Okay everyone, let me type 15 here. After this, hold on, the next question is f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, and f of x plus 5 we know. We need to find the value of a plus b plus c. This is just a plug-in question I think. Okay, so let's try this. We know that f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so f of x plus 5 is going to be how much? Let's have a look at it. F of x plus 5 is going to be a into x plus 5 square. Okay, plus b into x plus 5 and plus c. Okay, so this is going to be how much? ax square plus 25a plus 10ax plus bx plus 5b plus c. Okay everyone, so from this we come to know that the value of c has to be, now this is equal to, just one second, hold on, the coefficient of a is what, tell me, the coefficient of x square is what, coefficient of x square is a. Okay, then hold on, so from this if I compare with the given f of x plus 5, the value of a has to be how much, value of a is supposed to be 2, value of c is supposed to be, one second, hold on, I think I am making some mistake here. The coefficient of x square is a, so the value of a has to be 2. Okay, and the coefficient of x is how much, look at the coefficient of x is 10 times a plus b. Okay, means 10 times a plus b is equal to coefficient of x in the given equation is 15. Okay, so that is 20 plus b is equal to 15. So the value of b is supposed to be minus 5. Okay, the value of a is equal to 2, value of b is equal to minus 5, and the remaining terms are constant is equal to 29. Okay, the constant terms are 25a plus 5b plus c. Okay everyone, this is equal to 29. Okay, so 25a is equal to 50 minus 25 plus c is equal to 29. Okay, so this is going to be how much, let's have a look at it, this is going to be 25. Okay, so c is equal to minus 29 minus 25. Hold on, let me check this. 25 times a is 50. Okay, 25 times a is equal to 50. Hold on, the value of c we want to find, the value of a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 5, that is equal to 50 minus 25 plus c is equal to plus 29. Okay, so this is 29 minus 25, that is equal to 4, the value of c is going to be 4. Okay, yes, so what we are supposed to find out here, a plus b plus c we want to find, that is a plus b plus c, that is equal to how much, 6 minus 5, that is equal to 1. Okay everyone, so let's type 1 as answer here. After this let's have a look at question number 16. In how many ways can 6 balls of different colors be put into 3 identical boxes? Okay, again a common type of question. Over here there are 6 distinct balls. Okay, 6 distinct balls and 3 identical baskets. 3 identical baskets. Okay, so the baskets are identical, so we do not need to arrange, we do not need to select baskets, but balls are different, so we need to select balls. Okay everyone, so over here first possibility is 600. Okay, this can happen in 66, that is equal to 1 way. Okay, the second possibility is 510, this can possible in 65 into 1c1, that is equal to how much, 6. Okay, then third possibility is 420 or 411. Okay, 420 is what, 6c4 into 2c2. Okay, that is equal to how much, 6c4 is equal to 6c2, that is equal to 6 into 5. If 6 into 5 divided by 2 is 15, into 1 is 15. Okay, 411 means 6c4. Okay, 6c4 into 2c1. Okay, into 1c1 divided by 2 factorial we need to do here. Okay, because this one and this one we can shuffle. Okay, so this is going to be how much, this is going to be 15 again. Okay, so there are few more possibilities are there over here. As of now we got 1 6, we got, one second, let me highlight it, let me highlight this, 1 6 15 and then 15. Okay, now there are few some other cases are there, I will do that calculation in the next slide. Okay, we want total addition to be 6. Okay, so there are 3 boxes, the total addition is 6, the last combination is with 4, we done with the 4. Now 3 with 3 0 is possible, then 3 2 1 is possible, and then 2 2 2 is possible. These are the only combinations. Okay, so 330 means 6c3 into 3c3. Okay, divided by 2 factorial we need to do. So 6c3 is equal to how much, 20 divided by 2, that is 10. Okay, then after that 3 2 1 means 6c3 into 3c2 into 1c1 we need to do. All 3 are different, so no any need to divide it by. Okay, so 6c3 is equal to how much, 20. Okay, 20 into 3c2 is 3, 20 into 3 is 60 here. Okay, over here 2c2 2 to 2 means 6c2 into 4c2 into 2c2. Okay, divided by 3 factorial over here. Okay, so over here 6c2 is equal to how much? 6c2 is equal to 15. Okay, 4c2 is 6. Okay, 4c2 is 6, sorry, 4 3s are 12, 6, and 2c2 here. Okay, 2c2 is 1. So this 6 and 3 factorial is 6 will get cancelled out. The answer is 15 here. Okay, so we need to do the addition of all these numbers. This is, hold on, we need to do the addition of all these numbers. So 10 plus 60 is 70, 85. Okay, 85, then 85, and then 85 plus 30. Okay, 85 is the previous addition plus 37. Okay, this addition is going to be how much? This addition is 122. So let's mark 122 as answer here. We left with 14 minutes. Okay, now let's have a look at question number 18. Question number 18, a window is in a shape. How many questions we done till now? 11 questions we done. Okay, a window is in a shape of a square surmounted by a semicircle. Okay, hold on, let me show you the diagram. Just 1 second. Okay, window is in a form of square and surmounted by a semicircle with the base, where the base of diameter of the semicircle coincide with the upper side of a square. If the perimeter of the window is a 16 feet. Okay, so hold on, if I take this as a radius, so this will be 2r, this will be 2r, this will be 2r, and this will be 2 pi r divided by 2, that is pi r. Okay, so perimeter is going to be how much? Perimeter is going to be 2r plus 2r plus 2r, that is 6r plus pi r. That is equal to how much? That is equal to 16. So find the approximate area of a window. Okay everyone, so over here we need to get the value of r. R is going to be how much? 16 divided by 6 plus pi. Okay, that is equal to how much? 16 divided by 6 plus 22 by 7. We need to do this calculation here. So 16 into 7 divided by 6 7s are 42, 42, 44, 64. Okay, so this is going to be how much? This is going to be 7 by 4. That is equal to how much? Keep it 7 by 4 only. Okay, so we got the value of r at 7 by 4. We need to find the area. Area is going to be how much? Let's have a look at it. So area is going to be 4r square. Let me write it here. Area is equal to 4r square is the area of square plus area plus pi r square divided by 2. Okay, so r is equal to how much? 7 by 4. Okay everyone, so let's put it here. So 4 into 49 divided by 7 plus 22 by 7 into r square divided by 2. Okay, r square divided by 2. Okay everyone, so let's do this calculation. This is going to be how much? 7 4s are 28 plus this 7 and 7 will get cancelled out. Okay, then over here 2 11s are, so this is going to be how much? 77 divided by 16. Okay everyone, so I think I am making some mistake here. Just hold on. 4r square, because options, hold on, just 1 second. The value of r that we got is 7 divided by 4. Okay, so the over here area is 4r square, 4r square plus pi r square divided by 2, 4r square. Okay, r square is 16. No, sorry, this has to be 16. No, this has to be 16. Okay, correct, yes, this has to be 16. So let me do this calculation again. Let me go back over here. R square is going to be 49 by 16. Okay, plus 22 by 7 into 1 by 2 into r is 7 by 4 into 7 by 4. So let's do this calculation. Okay, so this is 4 4s are, so this is going to be how much? 49 divided by 4 plus 7 and 7 will get cancelled out. 2 11s are, this is going to be 77 divided by 16. So the LCM is equal to how much? Or let's do the approximate calculation. Okay, this is going to be how much? 12.25 plus 77 by 16 is going to be how much? 16 5s are 80. This is less than 5. Okay, so our answer is going to be 17.25, less than 17.25. That is equal to first option. Okay, after that, question number 19. Question number 19. A, B, C, D are 4 positive numbers which satisfy the condition A plus 2B plus 3C plus 4D is equal to 36, the maximum possible value. This is a very common type of question. Let's do this. Okay, so to find this, what we need to do is A divided by power of A is equal to 2B divided by power of B is equal to 3C divided by power of C is equal to 4D divided by power of D. we need to solve this, is equal to k. Okay, so let's take a is equal to k, then b is equal to k, then c is equal to k by 3, then d is equal to k by 2. Okay, so now the equation that we are having is a plus 2b plus 3c plus 4d is equal to 36. The value of a is k, the value of 2b is 2k, plus the value of 3c is k, value of 4d is 2k, is equal to 36. Means over here 6k is equal to 36, means k is equal to 6. Okay, so we got the value of a is equal to b is equal to 6, then c is equal to 2 and d is equal to 3. Okay, so we need to put these values here. So our answer is going to be what? A b square cd square. Okay, we need to find a b square cd square. Okay, let me check this, a b square cd square. Okay, so our answer is going to be a into b square. Okay, so that is 6 into 6 square, that is 6 cube, into c into d square, that is 9. Okay, so 216 into 18 is the answer. Means our answer is going to be 3400. Let me do this calculation. 18 6 are 108, unit digit has to be 8. Okay, 18 1s are 18, that is 28. The last two digits are supposed to be double 8, so the first option. Okay, after this, question number 20. Hold on. If the average weight of a group of 15 items is 30 kg and none of the item weight more than 32 kg. Okay, look here. So this looks easy. So total there are 15 items. Okay, so the total weight of 15 items is going to be 15 into 30, that is equal to 450 kg. Okay, then out of these 15 items, find the least possible weight of any item. The maximum range is 32. Okay, so the quotient of 450 divided by 32 is how much? Let's try to identify this. Okay, so 32 1s are 32, remainder is equal to 130. Okay, remainder is equal to 13. Okay, so 130. Okay, 32, just 1 second, 32 1s are 32, 130, 32 into 7, sorry, 32 into 4, so the quotient is 14. Okay, so 14 into 32 is equal to how much? That is equal to 420 plus 28, that is equal to 448. So the 14 items can have 32 kg weight each, so they form an addition of 448, so we left with 2 kg. Okay, so the one left item, okay, the 15th item can have 2 kg weight. Okay, so the minimum possible weight is 2 kg. So let's mark first option as answer and let's move ahead. So 7 minutes are left. We're done with 14 questions. Over here, let's have a look at it. Question number 21. What I will do is, first of all, I will go to question number 21, then question number 22, and then question number 23. Okay, question number 23 looks easy. First of all, what I will do is, let's do question number 23. Find the value of t given that t% of t is equal to 25. How easy this question is. Okay, so this is going to be t square is equal to 2500, so the value of t is supposed to be 50. Okay, so let's mark 50 as an answer and let's solve. Let's do. Now we left with 6.5 minutes. Okay, let me see which questions I can solve here. Okay, question number 21. 22 will take time. 22 question will take time. It is a set 3 question. 21 question, let's have a look at it. Okay, so in question number 21, what we can do is 4x plus 5y is equal to 134, y is equal to mx plus 16. Okay, y is equal to mx plus 16 here. Okay, and the number of positive integer values that m can assume. Okay, hold on. So let's try to do this. Over here we know that 4x plus 5y is equal to 134, and then y is equal to mx plus 16. Okay everyone, so y is equal to m into the value of x is how much? From the first equation, the value of x is 134 minus 5y divided by 4. Okay, plus 16. So over here let's do this calculation. Okay, so we know that y is equal to mx plus 16. Okay, so mx plus 16 is equal to, one second, hold on. What we'll do is, let's do a fresh start here. Okay, so now we know that y is equal to mx plus 16. Now we know y is equal to mx plus 16, and from the first equation the value of y is how much? 134 minus 4x divided by 5. Okay, so let's do cross multiplication. So 5mx plus 80 is equal to 134 minus 4x. So this becomes how much? 5mx plus 4x is equal to 54. Okay, so we need to find the value of m. Okay, so the value of m we need to find here. So what I can do is, and what else we know, the value of m is going to be how much over here? No, we can take x common, we cannot take m common now. Hold on. So over here x is common, so we need to take x common. So x is going to be how much? 54 divided by 5m plus 4. Okay, so from this we can say that 54, okay, this value has to be the factor of 54. Okay everyone, so over here let me read this question again. The intersection point are integers, means x has to be integer. Okay, and m is also integer, m is positive integer. So this number has to be a factor of 54. Okay everyone, so m has to be positive integer. If I put m is equal to 1, it is 9. Yes, 9 is a factor of 54, so m can be 1. Okay, if I put m is equal to 2, no. M is equal to 3, no. M is equal to 4, no. Likewise, how much we can check? Okay, 54, the factor of 54 is 54 itself, so m is equal to 10. Yes, m is equal to 1 is possible, m is equal to 10 is possible. Then 27, 5m plus 4 is equal to 27, no, m will not be the integer. Then 27, then 9, m 9 is done. Okay, so which other factors? 3. 5m plus 4 is equal to 3, m will turn negative. Okay, no. So m is equal to 1 and 10. These are the only two possibilities. Okay, so let's mark 1 and 10 answer here. Let's mark 1 and 10, means how many? The number of positive integer values m can take is 2, 1 and 10. Okay, yes. So now we left with 3 minutes. So let me check which questions we can do here. Question number 14, question number 13. Question number 13 we can do here. Okay, let's do this 13th. Okay, in question number 13, what we are supposed to find? Look at what is given. X plus 1 by x is equal to 3. Okay, so what we are supposed to find? X to the power 4 plus x to the power 3 plus x to the power 2 plus x plus 1 plus 1 by x plus 1 by x square plus 1 by x cube plus 1 by x to the power 4. Okay everyone, so this is again an easy question but lengthy. Okay, so if I square both sides, this will be x square plus 1 by x square a plus b bracket square plus 2 is equal to 9. Okay, so we get x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 7 here. Okay, so the value of this is 1, value of this we know, so our answer is going to be 1 plus 3 plus x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 7. Okay, plus now let's cube this. Now let's square this again. Okay, I will write it directly. X to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 plus 2 is equal to 49. So that plus 2 will go here, minus 2, that will be how much? 47. So x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 is 47. Now let's find the value of x cube plus 1 by x cube. Okay, so x plus 1 by x is equal to 3. Let's cube both sides. So x cube plus 1 by x cube plus 3 into x into 1 by x is 1 is equal to 27. So x cube plus 1 by x cube is going to be how much? 24. Okay, so plus 24 is the answer. Okay, plus 24. Let's do this. So let's do this addition is equal to how much? 10, 11. Okay, 11, then 58. 58 plus 24. Okay, 58 plus 24 is equal to how much? Is equal to 82. Okay everyone, so over here the answer is going to be 82. Okay, so let's mark 82 as answer here. Just 1 second, but I'm not sure the answer is 82 or not. I think I made some mistake here. Hold on, but let's mark 82 as answer. 1 second, hold on, let me check this, because anyhow we are we will not be able to solve any other question because half a minute left. Okay, so hold on, over here x plus 1 by x is equal to 3. If I cube both sides, 3 into a into b, okay, is equal to 3 cube is 27. 27 minus 3 is equal to how much? 24. X cube plus 1 by x cube is equal to how much? Oh sorry, this is 3, this is 9. No, correct, yes, this is 9, so that is equal to 18. Okay, so we need to add 18 here, not 24. Okay, so this addition is going to be how much? 58. 58 plus 18 is equal to how much? 76. Yes, so let's mark 76 as an answer here. Oh, we will not be able to mark. Okay, So let's see how many questions are correct. We attempted 16 and all the questions are correct. Okay everyone, bye everyone.